What's up, Internet, and welcome to the YieldTomato gaming channel for another pickups video for 2016. And this one is a themed video. If you couldn't tell from the thumbnail, I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I don't care how bad the games are. I buy them, I play them, I enjoy them, and I will even rag on them, but I still love the franchise for what it is. That all being said, I know they've made some missteps, but I will continue to support them because I have faith that they can bring it back, especially after what we've been seeing from Resident Evil 7. I am super hopeful for that. So, let's start this pickups video with the only unofficial item in this pickups list. And that is the arcade block exclusive mansion keys. Now, these were made by oh god, where'd it go? Oh, Pennyroyal Studios. Now, these don't have Resident Evil anywhere on these packages because these are non-official. These are not licensed through Capcom, to my knowledge. That being said, these are super awesome key sets. They were in a particular block, I don't remember which one, and you got one of them at random. They did make official keys in Japan. However, each of those keys is about 80 bucks, whereas each of these is 20 or so, so much more affordable collectible, and they still look fantastic. Actually, the detail on these is almost amazing, because it looks like they literally just ripped the models right out of the game and used them in a 3D printer, or for all we know, they might have even cast the actual keys out of Japan and then mass-produced these. But who knows? I sure don't. Next up is a promotional item that's been eluding me for a number of years, and that is Wesker's Report DVD. This came out as a purchasable item in Japan, I believe. I was in a black DVD case and said Wesker right on it. However, this was I believe a pre-order bonus in America through, I think, GameStop and EB. I could be wrong on that. But this basically details Wesker's accounting and his knowledge gathered throughout the franchise up through Code Veronica, which is really neat. I love Wesker as a villain. He's fantastic. So I'm glad I finally was able to add this to my Resident Evil collection. Next, we're going to go with a couple of discs, music discs, soundtracks, if you will. Well, not if you will, they are soundtracks. And just because I could get them, I figured why not get the Umbrella Chronicles and Darkside Chronicles soundtracks. Some of the original music's kind of odd in these games, particularly the main menu music for Umbrella Chronicles is kind of strange. But the music they use throughout is actually from rearrangements or re-recordings, I believe, of classic music from the games, which is fantastic. So I was super happy to be able to get my hands on these because they were affordable. So I went ahead and got them. And we also have I bought this once before and I had problems with it through a seller on Amazon. It wasn't the seller's fault. I don't think it was. I might have even been through Amazon, but this was the 10th anniversary soundtrack for Resident Evil. It has 48 tracks on it, and they span all the different games. When I had previously purchased this, and actually this case even has a little bit of damage up here in the corner, I had bought it, and there was just this entire spine here was completely shattered. And when I was contacting customer service about it, they were kind of rude. It was very strange because they said, hey, the spine to this is really badly cracked and shattered and it's kind of falling apart. I'd like to exchange. It's like, okay, so you want a perfect case then? It's like, it's not a matter of the case being perfect. It's a matter of the case falling apart when I start opening it. So it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, so I just returned the item, and I just figured I'd wait. Well, I waited, and I found one for the exact same price later. So that was kind of cool. Not terribly expensive. I think I got this for like $10, $13, somewhere in there. So if you can find it for that, it's definitely a cool thing to have. The music's super iconic. I'm kind of curious which track is the save room on here. Anyway, so yeah, those are the soundtracks I've picked up. And I don't know how many times at this point I've bought this game. I think it's probably been about 5 or so. And this time it's because they re-released it again. Resident Evil 4. Picked it up on the PlayStation 4. This is, I'm pretty sure, they call it the HD edition somewhere, I think. Actually, it's not even on the case. That's weird. It's, I believe, a port of the PC version, which has some very strange little bugs in it, from what I've seen, because I beat it on PC. Although I've encountered a few more bugs in this one. Nothing that was game-breaking, but really strange enemy behavior, like Garrador spinning around in circles super aggressively in place before he just randomly spin charges at something. It was freaking weird. But that being said, it's one of my favorite games of all time. I bought a GameCube exclusively for this game when it was first being released. I bought the GameCube a week before the game came out, and the GameCube bundle that I got had a $15 off GameCube game coupon from the manufacturer. So I got Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube for $35 right when it came out, which was super cool. And I played that game religiously, and I've played this game religiously on every platform, so I'm super excited they keep re-releasing it. I know it sounds like a cash-in on their end, and it is, and I don't care, because when they re-release this game, it gives me more reason and more incentive to revisit the game over and over, and it's a game that deserves your attention, because it literally redefined third-person shooters even, I think. I mean, it's a phenomenal game, so if you haven't checked it out yet, do. It's only $20, totally worth it. So, I'm done gushing about that. Now, I have also picked up a game that I've got on most? No, not most. This is the second platform I bought it on, and that would be Resident Evil Revelations 2. I bought it on the PS4. Actually, I think I bought it digitally first and played through it as that happened, and then when it came out physical, I bought that. I picked this one up at a GameStop just because I don't feel like buying my alternate platform titles new if I can help it most of the time. The price was right usually when it's used, so I usually wait a little bit and do that. So yeah, pick this up again. Revelations 2 is a great way to take the series action elements and implement it into a horror setting again a little bit more aggressively. That being said, 6 had a lot of horror elements, but you didn't feel like it was a horror game. This feels way more like a horror game, and that's what the series needs. So, this was really cool. I enjoyed the game, so I have no doubt I'll be going through this at some point again. For obvious reasons, which you'll be seeing towards the end of this video, actually. Next, this one, speaking of buying games again on a different platform, I did get this one new because the price was super right, and that is Resident Evil Origins Collection. Stay tuned at the end of this video for something special about this. I've got it on PS4. I actually bought, I think, both games digitally because they initially said they weren't going to be releasing these physically in America. And then they released it physically in America. Fuck you for that. That pissed me off, so I have spent more on this than I should have. But that's okay. I have it physically on PS4 and Xbox One now, so I'm super happy because I like being able to put games on my shelf, especially when you've only got 500 gigabytes and these games can take up quite a bit of space very quickly in general. So, yeah, picked up Origins again. I liked Zero a lot, more than actually a lot of people did, which is unfortunate. They had a lot of cool elements in there. So, glad to have this again. Yeah, anyway. Glad to have more of the same, because they're good. The more you support them, the more they're going to make. Now, the next two are a couple of imports. One of these is kind of controversial because everyone says it's a god-awful piece of trash garbage game. I will let you know my thoughts on that at some point because I will be playing it eventually. And that is Resident Evil Umbrella Corps. It is primarily an online multiplayer 3-on-3 game. And you may be asking yourself, but wait, this only came out digitally in America. You're right. This is the Asian version, and they are region-free. Now, the cover on this is reversible. So, if you get the Asian version from PlayAsia like I did or anywhere else, be aware that it may say Biohazard Umbrella Corps on the cover. Do not fret. You can just open it, and the cover is 100% reversible. Mine actually came saying Biohazard on it, and I flipped it over because I like being able to read what it says. And there's also a interesting tiny, it's either English or a typo on the back, and I think it's funny. Where is it? Oh, there it is, yeah. Push your skills to limit. Yeah, it's either a typo or English, and it's great. So, yeah. I don't care how bad they say this is. I'll probably find some enjoyment out of it. And hey, you know, maybe you got it? I don't know. I'll need someone to play with. Anyway, yeah, so this is an interesting thing to add to the collection. And the last thing is actually I actually have this game on here twice, and that is Revelations 2. This, however, is the physical Vita copy. Now, again, this game only came out digitally in America. That's stupid. I don't know why. But I felt the need to get this physically on the Vita almost entirely because Revelations 1 came out on the 3DS. So I feel like Revelations' proper home is on the handheld. And I only say that because Revelations 1 kind of got butchered on home console. Enemies became too much bullet sponges, and it irritated the hell out of me, made it a lot harder for me to beat. And they replaced the laser sight with a target reticle, which is stupid. I'm sorry, the more HUD you add, the less enjoyable the games get to me. That's part of the charm of the original series, in my opinion, is that you had no HUD. And the crosshairs is a HUD. The laser sight that was implemented in 4 works so well, I don't know why they changed it. Although, I guess for this one it's because you're finding the weapons randomly, and they're not all going to have laser sights. That's probably why. Anyway, yeah, Revelations on Vita. Super stoked. Super love it. Vita needs more life than it is getting from Sony. So yeah. That is it for my pickups. However, that's not the end of the video. I have decided to do a giveaway. Yes, that's right, a giveaway. And as you can tell from this very clearly Halloween-themed and Resident Evil-themed video, I am giving away Resident Evil Origins Collection on your choice of either the PS3 or PS4. Now, I say this because it's some codes I have acquired, not from Capcom, this is not sanctioned or given by them or anything. I bought a Humble Bundle last month, which was for PlayStation game codes. And oddly enough, as you could tell, I already had most of the games on there. So I've decided to pass that on to the viewers. Figured, hey, spread the love, spread the joy of these classic games, and celebrate the 20th anniversary of this fantastic franchise, and during the month of Halloween, no less. So, what I'm going to do is just request that you guys, if you want to be entered, to comment down below who your favorite Resident Evil characters are. I'm curious to see what everybody's thoughts are on this. Were you a fan more of Claire or Jill? Did you like Leon or Chris? What about Billy and Rebecca? What are your thoughts? Maybe you're a Steve fan. Or perhaps you lean towards the evil side and prefer Wesker. I know he's one of my favorite villains, so it's just a thought. So, let me know in the comments below. And in a couple of weeks, I'm going to say probably the 3rd week or so of October. You know what? I'm going to grab my phone and double check. Okay, so on October 25th, I will be selecting at random a winner for the giveaway of both Resident Evil 0 HD and Resident Evil Remake HD on the winner's choice of PlayStation 3 or 4. So please, make sure you have your comment down below by that time. And again, if I haven't already said it, who is your favorite character in the Resident Evil franchise? I'm curious to see what everyone's answer is. So, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, And please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, stay up to date with all of our Let's Plays, pickup videos, and other random vlogs, blogs, whatever we decide to post. So until next time, and hopefully you enter the giveaway.